Greetings to everyone, my dear friends. I am here with a long video on Sunday. In the next process, I will share long videos with you every 2 days, every Sunday if I can. If you like content like this, you can like the video and subscribe to my channel. Our topic today will be the scenes that adults can understand in cartoons. These scenes may not be understood by the younger audience, but I think you will understand when you watch them. In this video, I will try to present you such scenes from popular cartoons. We start our list with a legendary cartoon. Gumball. Gumball is a good cartoon series that I like very much. Of course, Gumball is a cartoon series that is expected to be on our list because the cartoon revolves entirely around humor. Moreover, Gumball's humor isn't just for kids. As an adult, I watch some scenes with my mouth open. There are many absurd and dark humor scenes in Gumball. Let's talk about some of them. There is a section called Gumball Dressed to Impress. You can find a part of this episode on YouTube if you wish. In this episode, Gumball wears an outfit and suddenly takes on the role of an attractive girl. Darwin, on the other hand, falls in love with Gumball as his brother. Apart from their siblings, Darwin's behavior is not very exemplary. Darwin's behavior can be described as perverse. There is even a part where Gumball dreams of having children with Darwin. This episode has a somewhat objectionable theme in this context, but as an audience, it can be difficult for children to grasp. There is another scene shot in a much more adult mentality. It's surprising that this scene is found in a TV show whose main audience is children. In this scene in Darwin's yearbook, Alan, who is a balloon, gets very upset and tells Gumball about this, deflated in the toilet. Then Gumball inflates the balloon. Afterwards, Gumball's expression blends embarrassment and disgust. When you watch the scene for the first time, you may not understand much. However, this scene has a really obscene meaning. Another Gumball scene that I think we can all understand is Banana Joe watching the tangerine peel on his computer and closing the tab when Gumball arrives. A similar scene is found in SpongeBob. Apart from these, there are many more scenes found in Gumball. Now let's move on to the Powerpuff Girls. It is one of Cartoon Network's oldest series. At first glance, you might think that the theme of this series is to instill self-confidence in girls and to give them the message that no matter how cute they are, they can also be strong. However, this cartoon series was originally designed to be an adult series. Afterwards, Cartoon Network rearranges the theme of the series, taking into account the age group of its viewers. However, despite this arrangement, there are some scenes in the series that adults can understand. In some scenes, there are inappropriate images when viewed visually. First, there is a character. The president's secretary. We can't see this character's face except for one moment in one episode of the show. The body of this character is also very feminine. We can understand this even at first glance. The physical appearance of this character is presented to us rather than its identity. In daily life, it can be implied that women working in this position only come to places with their bodies, and we can also emphasize that only their body is important to people from the outside. In this sense, it is a series that can make important sociological inferences. There is a scene in this cartoon series. We should not talk about this scene. When the president raises his head while sitting in his office, he is suddenly startled. In the next frame, we understand what the president saw. The presence of such a figure in the cartoon is controversial, but the rest of the scene is unquestionably not suitable for children. The moment the secretary touches the president's hand, the president gets even more excited and sweats. Then, when we look carefully, we can notice the detail. This square cannot be a coincidence. Even this is an optional frame. That the children may not understand is the girls introducing their friends to the professor. Then we encounter the following dialogue. The girls themselves say that they were formed by accident. On the other hand, the girl says that she too was the result of an accident. A very adult-level joke. Next, we have a very important cartoon series. Ben 10. Ben 10 has a more serious subject than other cartoons. At least before the reboot. As a matter of fact, this cartoon does not go far in the dimension of humor in the series. There is a Benjamin who is not afraid to kiss different girls in different series of the series. However, these are the scenes that everyone who watches the series can understand, and there is no problem in having them. After all, if there are such romantic scenes in the series, it is quite normal to have an animated version of it. As you know, Gwen and Kevin are in a romantic relationship. In one episode, we see Kevin and Gwen tied to a wall as Ben and Albedo fight. In the next scene of the episode, Gwen says to find something that can touch Kevin. I hope you noticed where Kevin was looking momentarily, who was turning his head from side to side in amazement. And this isn't the only scene involving Kevin. His humorous dialogues are also shown many times in the series. Kevin is undoubtedly an important part of the series. The regular series is one of my favorite cartoons. I can't get enough of watching it all the time because it has a simple story. It's the same as the name of a series I watch all the time. For example, I'm sure you've all watched the Caffeinated Concert Tickets episode. This episode is a really great episode. Things develop when Mordecai and Rigby want to go to the Metal Fist concert. But at the beginning of the episode, the real person who wants to go to the concert is Rigby. Mordecai, on the other hand, finds this idea absurd at first, but something changes his mind. Margaret. Here Rigby uses the phrase Lady Packs, which means like women's breasts.
I can't believe you're going to a fist pump concert just for some lady pecs.
Of course, it is not a word that is used very often as jargon. It's kind of like I can't believe that Rigby actually went to the Metal Fist concert he meant for a female boob. Mordecai has an interesting answer. One day you'll be old enough to understand the real reason people go to concerts. Yes, it is an interesting scene indeed. We came to the last cartoon series on the list. Adventure Time. Like other TV series, Adventure Time has scenes that children cannot understand. For example, there is such a scene in the section of Kizik Atesh. Finn hugs the Flame Princess, then Jack suggests to Finn that his date went well and let things take their natural course. The first step is to hug, the second step is to kiss, and the second step is to be more sincere to each other. It is not easy to understand what he said in the eighth step, frankly. When Finn asks for the 15th digit, he yells to stay away from her. I wonder why he wants to talk about it here, but he is definitely not innocent. Even on Reddit, this conversation has turned. Even if you just type tier 15 into Google, you may encounter forums where Jack's sentences are discussed in this scene. Yes, my friends, we have come to the end of our video. In this video, we showed scenes from 5 cartoons that could be misunderstood. I'm waiting for your thoughts on these scenes in the comments. I would be very happy if you do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.